guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome. My name is Aiden. I am so happy that you are here. I always do a video on fragrance on Fridays. It is Fragrance Fridays, so today is another edition of that. If you like perfume, if you like beauty boxes, if you like just beauty in general, I really do hope that you consider subscribing and coming back for more videos. I realized I wasn't quite in frame, so readjusted a little bit. Today's video is a first impressions and testing of the brand Skylar and their discovery set. This is their perfume palette set. I picked this up at Sephora. It was $19, I believe, on sale, and I did get it with the 20% off that they had in December, which was a really nice deal. In here you have 6 fragrances. So you have Isle, Coral, Arrow, Meadow, Capri, and Willow. And each one of them has their own kind of notes, and I'll read those to you as I go. So we're going to start with Isle. And I really like the packaging on this. This is a nice kind of tray. I think this would actually be a nice way to store other sample size fragrances that you have. But it also, I just feel like they do a lot. It's really nice the way that they've presented it, so you get a good idea of what their fragrances are like. So according to Skylar, Isle is beachy, dewy, and fresh. It has, with a subtle citrus and spiced sandalwood, the ocean-inspired oasis will have you feeling relaxed, refreshed, and ready to take on the day. This is also, they do give suggestions for layering. I'm not going to layer, I'm just going to kind of spray, give first impressions, kind of describe them, see if there's anything that I feel like they're similar to, and then eventually I will be putting these, they'll probably show up in Sample Saturdays, because that's usually when I talk more in depth about sample size products. This is really nice though. I don't know if I so much like sandalwood as just a note by itself, but this is really lovely. It's really light and fresh, which I guess it does say it's fresh is one of the things. I don't know if it's so beachy. That being said, I have never been to a beach, like an ocean beach, because I do not live anywhere near an ocean. But I really do like this. This is something that I could definitely see myself wearing. It's a fresh fragrance. It is slightly fruity, but I wouldn't say it's like very fruity at all. It just kind of, it feels like it kind of tempered. It's just tempered a little bit with that fruit. I really do like it. I think it's a really nice one. And I would like to purchase some of their fragrances, so that's part of the reason why I got this, because I didn't know which ones to get. So next up is Coral, which is fruity, floral, and flirty, with hints of grapefruit and a touch of apple blossom. This happiness booster will have you smiling all day long. And that sounds awesome. I love grapefruit. That's one of my favorite notes. I really love citrus, like really juicy citruses. I'm not a big fan of lemon because I feel like a lot of the time it lends itself to be more of a sharp note and that kind of burns my nose or smells too much like a cleaner. But grapefruit and like mandarin oranges are two that I really enjoy. This is very fruity. It's very light. Forgive me if I pause or I have weird cuts. It's because sometimes perfumes affect me, and if there's too much essential oils, I can start having issues with my allergies. So this one reminds me kind of a Clinique Happy. I don't think it smells exactly like Clinique Happy, but it's very bright and it's a happy scent. I think the color scheme is very similar between the two fragrances. This one smells kind of soapy to me. It's just very clean. I feel like I don't get a grapefruit note in here at all. It doesn't have that sharpness or that sourness to it, which I really do like. This just smells it smells more florally with a bit of fruit in it to make it not like overtly floral. I don't think it's I don't like this one as much as Isle. I like Isle better than Coral. And they do suggest mixing Isle and Coral for a sunny soul, is what they say. All right, next up is Arrow. Arrow is spicy, warm, and seductive. It is with warm notes of patchouli and jasmine. This confidence compliment will have you feeling like you're ready to take on the world. And that kind of reminds me, let's see, patchouli and jasmine. Sounds like some fragrances that I own that I really like. I do like jasmine as a note. Patchouli kind of depends on what the fragrance is. I'm not loving this one off the bat. It smells kind of like a sickly sweet note in there, but like, I don't know. It smells more, it's like you're trying to combine a slightly masculine note in there that's like a sweet masculine note. I don't know if that's making any sense. I don't like this one so far. This one I was really excited about because I thought it would be really nice. Patchouli and jasmine. I'm not loving it. I think it's there's like a sickly sweetness to it, but like a dark sickly sweet. I don't know. That one is not for me. Arrow is not one that I would like. Then they do suggest mixing this next one, Meadow, with Arrow for a daring delight. And Meadow is floral, chic, and beautiful. Notes of Baie Rose, B-A-I-E. I'm not sure about what that is. Tuberose and orange blossom. This floral fantasy will highlight your feminine, chic, and coy side. Okay, so you're going to be coy in this one. That one did not want to spray. It took a couple of times before it actually popped up. This one is very floral. I can right off the bat get that orange blossom, which can be overpowering to me in a lot of sense. Like, I'm not a big fan of Coach Dreams because it just seems like overly orange blossomy, which just kind of, I don't know, it almost like when I wear it, I feel like I can taste it because of that quality of the orange blossom. So some orange blossoms I really like. Some of them just, they're too overpowering and I don't like them. It's kind of settling down. I don't think this is a great floral, to tell you the truth. Rose, tuberose, and orange blossom. It smells like, I really like tuberose, and I like a sweet tuberose. And I've heard people talk about like a bubblegummy tuberose. And I feel like this must be what they talk about because I've never experienced that with, like usually they're rich and sweet, and this smells like kind of like a cheap perfume. That's going to sound terrible, but it kind of reminds me, not exactly Love's Baby Soft, but Love's did other fragrances in that line too. And I feel like this is similar in nature to those. It smells like something from like the early 90s for a more juvenile audience. And it's not terrible, but off the bat, like if I smelled this in store, I would be like, it kind of smells like bubblegum mixed with some florals. And I'm not a big fan. And my strips, I'm recycling. I'm all about reuse if I can. So I've been taking apart part of my like palettes and stuff, the packaging, and these are like great tester strips, so I just pull off the ends of them. So that's why they're different colors, and some of them are striped because I'm recycling. All right, next up is Capri, and Capri and Willow you're supposed to mix to be a green goddess. So let's see what that one is. Capri is citrus, sparkling, and sweet. So already that sounds kind of good. This is notes of bergamot, neroli, and sparkling wine. This carefree indulgence will have you feeling all of the vacation vibes, which we all desperately need right now, right? Like right now, my greatest wish is to go spend like 2 weeks in Disney World or 2 weeks in Vegas. That would be nice, but only the Vegas with all of the shows, because I go for shows and shopping and not gambling and drinking because I'm boring. And I'm also one that would rather have something that I know that I'm going to enjoy and that I'm going to get my money out of, like a show, like a Cirque show, than to put it in a machine and sit there just mindlessly pushing buttons. That's me. I know people love gambling, and it's just, I find it dreadfully boring, but I know I'm also weird. This one's nice. I feel like it's very nondescript. Like if you want a nice citrus that's slightly different than light blue, but kind of along those same lines, I think if you like that, you would like this one. It's very light. It's kind of, it has a little bit more sparkling nature to it than light blue. Like I don't find light blue to be sparkling, but I feel like this is more sparkling. So if you think of Givenchy or Givenchy, Irresistible, like how it has that sparkling quality to it, I feel like this one kind of has that sparkling quality to it too. So pretty good. All right, let's move on to the next one. The last one, this is Willow. And then I'm going to kind of try to rank them and see how I like them all. So Willow, this is woodsy, lush, and cool. It's with notes of cedarwood, pine, and fir. This everyday serenity will put you at ease immediately, reflecting everything we love about the outdoors. This is very woodsy. I can immediately smell it. I can taste it in the air. Like there's just something about whenever I have a really woodsy fragrance, my mouth can kind of like, my scent kind of goes to my mouth. I don't know. It's weird. I'm obviously not a fan because I'm not into woodsy fragrances. So this is not one that I really enjoy. It's definitely not one that I probably would wear. I mean, can't even say if I would actually try it because I don't know if I could stand smelling this on my skin for a while. But it could develop into something different, I guess. But no, right now it's starting to give me a little bit of a headache. So if we're going to rank these, let me kind of think. Okay, I had to think about it. And I'm also going to tell you they have one other thing that they kind of mention on the front. So in my opinion, my favorite is Capri, and that's a citrus escape. That's the one that I can see myself wearing the most. I don't know if I would purchase it. I need to wear it, but it would be between that one and Isle. Isle would be my second favorite. This is Fresh Ocean Oasis is what they describe it as. Then I would go with Coral. I don't love Coral, but I don't think it's terrible. It's fruit-filled happiness. I just feel like it's a little in the same vein as Clinique Happy, and that's one that I don't own either, but I do enjoy it. Like it's a fun scent, but it's not one that I've ever invested in. Then I would put Meadow as a floral fantasy. That's in my fourth place. It's not terrible. It's a fun scent, but I don't love it. The two that I didn't like were Arrow and Willow. Arrow, I didn't get that patchouli or jasmine. I'm going to spray it again. You know what Arrow is? It kind of reminds me, it has like a green olive type note to it, which sounds weird. And I do like eating green olives, but I don't like when I smell it, I get kind of that note. So this is a definite no for me. This is not one that I'm going to wear on my skin. I'm not going to give it a chance. I'm terrible. And then the other one is Willow, and it's too green for me. So these are two that are not winners for me. But if you like deeper fragrances, if you like more unusual or masculine type scents or more unisex, I can do some unisex, but I want something that's very fresh and clean or sweet. These two are not for me, but they might be for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have you tried anything from Skylar? I know they have other fragrances. They do have a scent of the month club as well, and it's like $20 if you join, and they send you a scent every month. I am going to purchase one of their fragrances because they have frosted cherry. I think that's what it's called. And that keeps popping up on my Facebook continuously. And now that December is over, you can actually purchase it individually because I did not want to start a subscription service to them because $20 a month is still quite a bit for a fragrance, especially when you're only getting one brand of fragrance. If I really loved them, maybe I'm going to play around with these. So do look for these in upcoming sample Saturdays. I will talk about them. I'll try to post about them on Instagram as well. I have been trying to post my scent of the day, so make sure you're checking me out there too. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this brand and your experiences with them. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.